Welcome all once again. So we are going to discuss the Bode function in this video. So we have already seen that the Bode function is used in frequency domain analysis for plotting the magnitude and phase frequency plots. And the transfer function is to be represented as a sinusoidal transfer function. This is the mandatory requirement. And this is the standard form of representation. So this we have seen in our previous video. Now the Bode function or the Bode plot has got two plots. One is magnitude plot and other one is the phase plot. So the magnitude plot is represented as the magnitude of g of j omega and h of j omega. So that is nothing but GSHS. So S is replaced by j omega here. So this is how the magnitude is obtained on the basis of this function. And similarly, the angle of g of j omega and h of j omega is represented as phi is equal to minus tan inverse of pi zeta u upon 1 minus u square. So this is from the sinusoidal transfer function, we can obtain the magnitude expression and the phase angle expression for a standard second order control system. Now this is very important. If you want to plot the Bode plot, then the open loop transfer function of the unity feedback control system must be expressed in time constant form. In root locus, the requirement was for the pole zero form. In Bode plot, it should be represented in time constant form. So you can find g of s as k into tz1s plus 1 plus tz2s plus 1 upon s to the power n tp1s plus 1 and tp2s plus 1. So it is 1 plus st form where capital T is the time constant of the particular part of this particular function. Okay, so the upper these are the factors related to zeros and these are the factors related to pole. The power of s, that is n, represents the type of the system. Now this is the MATLAB program for plotting the Bode plot. So with the help of this program, we can get the Bode magnitude and Bode phase plot. So I have taken the function, same function of, as we have taken for the step response. So here g of s is equal to 25 upon s square plus 4s plus 25. So for this function, we want to plot the Bode plot. So we'll again start with the program clear all, then we will write numerator and denominator coefficients from the polynomial equation. Now you know how to write numerator and denominator. Then as we want to plot the Bode plot, simply write Bode. It is a function, inbuilt function in control system toolbox. So for what transfer function we need to plot the Bode plot, so that we will represent here num comma den. So for this function, the Bode plot or the plots Bode magnitude and phase frequency plots of g of s will be plotted. So we will have the grid also on that plot, on that image, and then we will write a title for that, that is the Bode plot of g of s, that is equal to 25 upon s square plus 4s plus 25. So let us execute this program again in MATLAB. So we will go back to MATLAB once again. Now I have already typed this program in the MATLAB editor window or the script window, you can say, and saved it as bd1.m. So this program is already saved. So I will run this program. Just click on the run button and it will execute the program. So after execution, you will find these two plots. You can find the upper plot as the magnitude plot and the below plot below this magnitude plot is the phase plot. So this is the plot for g of s is equal to 25 upon s square plus 4s plus 25. Now again, if I want to extract the information from this Bode plot, I will make a right click on it, go to the characteristic. First I will select peak response, so you will find a bubble on it. So this indicates the peak response. If I want the information from this peak response, I will just click on that particular bubble. So you will you can get the information from it. Similarly, minimum stability margin and all stability margin. So this is how we get the Bode plot from the MATLAB program. Now we'll go back to the presentation. So this is what we have obtained. So after clicking on this button, after execution of the program, you will get various information. So you will get the peak gain in decibel dB 2.7, at what frequency you are getting it, that will be given here. Then the how is the system, whether it is stable or not. So from this you will get phase margin, then delay margin, at what frequency you are getting, and what is the status of the system. So this closed loop system is stable, so you are finding it is yes, whether it is stable, yes it is stable. Similarly, for this point, again the same, phase margin is given, delay margin is given, frequency, at what frequency you are getting this, and the status of the system, that the system is stable. So you are finding on the x-axis it is the frequency in radian per seconds, and on the y-axis for phase plot it is phase in degrees and magnitude in decibel. So this is how we obtain the Bode plot, and on the basis of Bode plot you can decide the gain margin, phase margin, gain crossover frequency, phase crossover frequency, and the stability of the system. Now the last function is our Nyquist function. So this Nyquist plot is again in the frequency domain analysis. We use it for plotting the Nyquist frequency plots. So we will see the MATLAB program for plotting the Nyquist plot. So I have used the same function again, but the first three lines are same. What is the change in step of Bode instead just replacing the Bode by Nyquist. Otherwise, rest of the parts are same. So here title also, it is a Nyquist plot of G of S, and this Nyquist is the is the inbuilt function in the control system toolbox, so which will plot the Nyquist frequency plot of G of S. So again we'll go back to the MATLAB. So I have already saved this program as Nyquist frequency plot. So again you will type it, save it, and then you will run this program. After running this program, you will get the Nyquist image file in this manner. Again go on selecting the characteristic, peak response, then minimum stability margin, and all stability margin. So you will get these different bubbles. So we will get the information from these different bubbles mentioned on this particular plot. So here you can see the phase margin is minus 180 degree, delay margin is infinite at frequency 0, the closed loop system is stable. Similarly, here the system information is given, peak gain is 2.7 dB at frequency 4.12 radian per seconds. So this Nyquist function gives us the Nyquist plot. It is nothing but the polar plot, and you can see that this is in one direction, and the other one is just the mirror image of this upper plot. So this Nyquist plot gives us the information about the stability of the system. So you can see that we have used the same function for Bode and Nyquist plot. So you can see that from both the plots we have obtained the same results, that the system is stable. In the earlier case also we have got the result as the system is stable. So this is all about the Nyquist function. Now, in these three videos, what we have seen different function like step, then root locus, R locus, Bode and Nyquist. So the first two, that was step and R locus, was related to time domain analysis, and Bode and Nyquist are related to frequency domain analysis of the transfer function of any control system. Now the beauty of the MATLAB is that any complex transfer function for any complex transfer function you can plot the its step response or root locus or Bode or Nyquist plot. You can do the analysis very simple just by mentioning the numerator and denominator polynomial, and just by single statement writing Nyquist or Bode or R locus or step, you can get the various responses of any complex control system. This is the beauty of the MATLAB. Otherwise, if you go on analyzing it on paper, so it is a time consuming process. It takes a lot of time to get the or to apply the formula, to get the information, to get various time and frequency domain specifications. So it is a time consuming process on paper, and complex systems cannot be solved or analyzed on paper. So for that reason, MATLAB is used. So these are the various advantages of MATLAB. So I hope you can use this in executing various functions of the MATLAB. You can explore it to different for different systems, and you can use it for learning or any analytical or research work in your particular area of interest. So I think I have covered all the basics, introductory part of the basic function of the control system toolbox. So I hope you have got the information from it, sufficient information from it, and hopefully it will be helpful to you in your future career. Thank you, and all the very best for your future endeavors. So we'll stop here now as far as the introduction to control system toolbox in MATLAB for this STTP is concerned. So I am Dr. Kushal Kanno. I will be taking your permission to leave now. Thank you very much.